Hello. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Good morning. Good morning from America. Good morning. Can you hear me okay? Can you see me okay? Hi, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Today I decided to speak in English, to do this live stream in English. So you guys gonna to comment in English, alright? I'm not speaking Vietnamese today. Today is an English program. Hello, hello, testing. Good. Just checking the quality. Good night from Vietnam. Khánh Võ. It's not good night yet. It's good evening. I just want to talk to you this evening. Don't go to sleep yet. Alright? Good morning from Vietnam. Yes, good morning from Vietnam. Good. Okay guys, today we talk about branding, and as usual I will have someone to join me shortly right now. Hello Vân Vũ, can you join me right now? If you can hear me, then join me then. Yeah, that's right. Đỗ Thanh Hải. We speak in English tonight, and I will speak slowly so that you guys can understand me. All right.
Hello anh Hùng.
Hello Vân Vũ.
Hello everyone.
Hi.
Are we speaking in English today?
Yes, we are.
Nice, okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How you holding up there during the pandemic? How are you holding up? Good?
Just staying home. I mean, we've been home for about 7 days now.
Okay.
And we have a stamp, like in the past, to go shopping and everything. Yeah,
Right.
it's pretty, I mean, right now is kind of the hardest time for us in Vietnam here, but we're staying strong. So that what matters. Yeah.
Stay strong. Okay.
Yeah. How's America?
Well, depends on the state. Here in Texas, and Texas has a lot of cowboy. We are free.
That's
That
funny.
means they don't. They open up the economy already, and everybody go to the restaurant, go to the public place without a mask. Of course, you can wear a mask if you like,
Oh, that's
but
good.
it's
Yeah.
not mandated anymore. So especially when taking the percentage of people who got vaccinated. So with the current vaccination right now, the percentage of vaccination right now, and they are confident to go out without a mask. However, there's still some debate about if the CDC, the US CDC, will request to wear a mask again or not. So especially for those states who does not promote the vaccination. So
Right.
they're talking about masking again.
Yeah. Because the Delta variant is spreading really fast right now, right?
Yeah.
And are the restaurants open?
Yes, they open right now without any limitation. Before they used to apply 25% and going up to 75% capacity, but now it's 100%, depends on the business. But the problem is that for the food and beverage industry right now, it's very difficult to recruit the staff because
Oh,
because American people, they receive money from the government. They don't want to go to work, especially in the service industry. So restaurant owner right now, they find a hard time to recruit the staff. So that's
wow.
a situation right now, and they talk about on television, on media about this challenging. But it seems that still take more time back to normal.
Okay. I feel like this is the hardest time for all of us
Yeah,
all over the world. Yeah, because we're suffering from new variants, and now like the industry, the uh, economy and everything.
yeah,
It's kind of going through
yeah,
the hard time right now. So,
right.
yeah.
But
So
it's
what
good to
topic are
see
we
you.
talking about today?
we talk.
Good to see you too.
Yeah, we're talking about branding today, and I hope the quality of the live stream is up there so that everybody can see us clearly, can hear us. Okay, let me just read some comment. Okay, everybody can see us. Good day.
Nice.
Good. Okay. Today we talk about branding, Vâng. Branding, which is very important during the uptime or during the downtime.
Right.
And when we talk about branding, usually people think about the corporate branding rather than personal branding. However, um, this is critical important for people to understand for the corporate branding and personal branding is equally important. Why I'm talking and my desk phone, sorry.
Somebody misses you.
Yeah. So when people talk about Facebook, they remember Mark Zuckerberg, and they talk about
Mhm.
Apple, and they remember Steve Jobs. They talk about Microsoft, they remember Bill Gates. So personal branding and corporate branding, I think it should be built at the same time in order to be effective in the business world. What you think about this? You think the same, or you have a different approach for this one?
Yes, for sure. I feel like personal branding and corporate branding have
Mm,
some similarities and some differences.
yeah.
However, you can tell your personal stories and you can inspire people so they can follow the corporate branding. So, for example, when you talk about famous people like Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg or even Elon Musk, he's
Hmm.
the founder of Tesla.
Yeah.
Through their stories, I feel like people can understand their mission, their
Hmm.
vision,
Mm,
and the corporate social responsibility, what they do for the community. So I feel like both personal branding and corporate branding, they serve the value to present it to the community, like
mm,
how valuable they are
mm,
for the community, how they can serve, how they can help other people. Yeah, so I think, yeah, they help each other a lot.
mm. That's true. But I think taking the situation in Vietnam right now, not many business owners pay attention much to the personal branding.
Hmm.
And I think it's the time for us to build, to help them to build a personal brand because with the economy situation um, for any time, be it I call the upper business or the down business, and the personal branding is something that people cannot take it away from you, even when your company is broken, but your personal brand is still there, and you will rebuild it. But if you don't pay attention to the personal brand, then when your corporate brand has some challenge and it may go to the bankruptcy, and then you have to spend a lot of resources to rebuild it. It takes more resources. So talking about building the brand, so according to you, can you share with the audience right here how do you build your brand, especially when I heard you are going to go to the anniversary, the 1 year anniversary with your activity online, and tell us about your story, Vân.
Yes, I feel like every individual person is the personal branding. And I myself, I have built my YouTube channel. If you guys haven't known, I have a YouTube channel called What the Pho. I create contents about Vietnam, Vietnamese culture, food, and travel, introduce people to friendly Vietnamese people and beautiful places and delicious food in Vietnam. Because I feel like Vietnam is so beautiful and there are not many people know about Vietnam. So that's the reason why that's my mission, to create a YouTube channel. So I feel like to build your personal branding, it's very important to understand, to answer the question why. Like, why are you building that personal branding? So for me, I built that personal branding because I want to introduce Vietnam to people. Yes, and the second thing is that I found my USP, which is the unique selling point.
Yes.
So what I'm unique about. To be honest, on YouTube right now, I'm the only one who creates Vietnamese content in English. And I'm Vietnamese, was born and raised in Vietnam and had a time to study abroad in another country. So I could tell my stories through the Western perspective, but still have the Eastern heart. So that's my unique selling point right there. And I've been doing it for 7 months now. So I apply the methods of what I'm good at and what I'm passionate about to do my YouTube channel. So now I feel like it's not a big success, but I have nearly 50,000 subscribers right now from all
That's
over
the
the
big
world.
number. That's a dream number. It's a big success already, but yeah.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah. So I feel like to answer those questions, it's very important to start the personal branding. And then after that, my advice for people who wanted to create your personal brand is to just create it, just put it on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, define who you are and be consistent with it. Especially, you need to be authentic as well. I'm a straightforward person, to be honest. And I love everything about culture, people's behavior. So what I tell on my YouTube videos, I tell my stories, and I want to do it in the most unbiased way as possible. And it's to help the community, being the bridge between the US and Vietnam and the world and Vietnam. So yeah, just be consistent and be authentic. And the last one is because I have marketing background, so that helps a lot. I've been like doing SEO, which is search engine optimization, and marketing keywords and ads and stuff. I haven't run any ads, so everything is like organic because I want to reach people organic. In marketing, word of mouth is the most powerful marketing strategy that you can use to build even personal branding or corporate branding. So that's what I've been doing. Yeah, so overall, I just know my purpose of having a YouTube channel, know what I'm unique for,
Yeah.
create content, just step out of the comfort zone and do it, and then just earn your success. And then after that, just keep posting it and use the knowledge that you have learned on social media, and then just give back, just create value for the community. So that's what I have been doing, and yeah, for me, it's been a success.
That's great, and congratulations on your success. And in order to share some tips with our audience right now who watching this live stream, when we talk about branding, and there are some activities that we should pay attention to. You see the success story of Vân Vũ, and you understand why, especially when she mentioned about the message. I mean, even you understand the hardware of the marketing or the software of the marketing, but the message is very important, because with the right message, it draws attention from around the world. And especially when you can use English to do the marketing, then the entire world can watch you, because the English is now become international language, as you may know. So that's why today we decided to speak in English in order to inspire the young people in Vietnam or from other countries to master this language. And back to the marketing activity, let me share with you a few tips. Actually, there are 4 elements to do the marketing. The first one I call marketing communication, corporate communication, advertising and promotion, and sales and distribution. This is what I'm talking about, is corporate branding, right? The marketing communication is let me give you an example, is the outlook, the color of the billboard, the color of the uniform that your staff is wearing, the color of the letterhead that you design. This is belong to the marketing communication. And corporate communication, Vân Vũ has mentioned about is a CSR. What is a CSR, Vân? You remind me, CSR, is that a corporate responsibility?
Corporate social responsibility.
Corporate social responsibility. That is under control of corporate communication. A&P, which is advertising and promotion. When you see the commercial on television or on the newspaper, that belong to A&P. And finally is a sales and distribution, which is you establish the dealership system, and you got to train the dealership to follow the marketing guideline. Because when the customer enter the business venue, they don't care this is the headquarters or this is the branch or this is the dealership. They just know they enter a brand. So that's why 4 elements must be taken care of at the same time. And how do you apply these 4 elements to your personal brand? To your personal brand with this one. How you dress, you see Vân Vũ is beautiful today, and the way she dressed, the way she put the makeup on, and this is the marketing communication. And corporate communication, because she's joining a live stream that can share the message to help the people understand a business arena. So that's a corporate social responsibility already. And A&P, of course, she can advertise her coaching business, her whatever content business on YouTube. And sales and distribution, of course, she is familiar with the platform, social platform, so that people could be affiliated with her her product or service. And on these 4 elements, I believe is very effective for the branding activity.
Yes, exactly. I feel like personal branding and corporate branding share one thing in common,
Yeah.
is to have great storytelling. You need to have a person who know how to tell the story, to inspire people, to educate the customers and the audience what you're talking about or what products that you're selling. Yeah, so there's a study show that 95% of the purchasing decisions are actually subconscious. So basically, the purchasing attached to the emotion and feeling. So when you create a product, or for me, I'm doing YouTube, I'm selling the service. So my service needs to have an inspiring message in there. My message is to be a bridge between among Vietnam and the world and the US, and I wanted to bring the best thing out of Vietnam to introduce it to our international friends, and from there we can like educate people about developed countries, the real life in Vietnam, how we can help each other, and how we can learn from each other from communicating our cultures. So culture is super important. That we did a video probably like 2 weeks ago or a month ago, right? So I feel like storytelling it's very important, and how I apply those things is that I try to have the best. I try to show up the best that I can, putting my best outfit on, trying to look clean, like high hygiene,
Yeah.
Yes, and then because that's the image that I want people to remember about me. Because I want people to remember I'm a Vietnamese woman, smart, funny, mean well and mean good to the community. And with my message as well, not just the appearance will tell the story, the message will tell the story very powerfully, because what I'm about to say to the audience is very important, because that's they are buying for. That's they're gonna learn from me, and that's they're gonna understand a little bit about my personality and the way I share Vietnam to the world. And the third one is A&P, right? Advertising and promotion.
Yeah.
Yes. So how I do that is that I just record myself and create content and post it on YouTube, so people can hear my story through that platform. And I also use Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And each platform I have different content. So for example, Instagram, I aim for younger generations, for Gen Z and millennials. They use so many beautiful pictures and deep messages, I would say. Yeah, and that's how I create beautiful pictures, like one picture, and then have a short and sweet message on there. And then Facebook, it's great for group and pages. People can have different what is that called, conversations. Yes, in there, so people can interact with each other. And you and I are doing live streaming on Facebook and YouTube too, which are the most powerful platforms for groups. And for TikTok, it's like very quick, very short and sweet. So I would create like a very short and funny video talking
Short and
about
sweet
business.
or short and sour? Well, what I'm saying is that short and sweet or short and
Yes.
sour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just that.
Sorry for the interruption during the Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I know the Wi-Fi is very weak, probably
Yeah.
like because of the distance or something. And then the last one is sales and distribution. Because I built my personal brand and I have many followers, that's why it's very beneficial for me to promote my coaching lessons. And I'm also a host, a coach. So whenever people want to reach me, they look at my YouTube and other social media platform to see what's my personality, who's this girl, if her
Right.
messages will fit our corporate branding, right? So building a personal branding, it's very important for everyone, because social media and the internet are thriving right now. So if you want to build your personal branding, do it right now, because it's a golden time that you can proceed your skills and promote yourself. The easiest is this time.
Yeah. That's true, especially right now you have a technology on the social platform, and you have a good camera, you have a good microphone, and you have everything. So why not come out there and send a message to the world, right?
Right. So I have a question for you. What do you think? So we're talking about the similarities between personal branding and corporate branding.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the differences?
The differences is that the first thing is the budget. I mean, for corporate branding,
Yeah.
usually people spend a huge budget, and because it is the corporate, right? So it's a huge budget. They need to cover on a media channel, be it the television or newspaper or social media. It's a huge budget. And corporate
Yes.
branding has a certain limitation, because it is decided by the board of the management what kind of message they can send to the world. And for the personnel who take care of the corporate branding, they have certain limitation, something they are allowed to say and something they not allowed to say. It's different from the personal branding. Of course, personal branding has a certain value that they need to pursue too, but it has more freedom for you to do the personal branding. And once storyteller is the key. I agree
Yes.
with you totally, 100% is a key. When I started my career as a corporate master trainer, I started branding myself as a person who help the corporations. Because when talking about motivational speaker, there are two kind of motivational speaker. The first one, when the audience listen to the message, they want to quit their job, enjoy the startup. They want to leave the company. But the second one, when they hear the message, they want to contribute more to the company. They want to have a promotion in the company, and they take the company as their family. So I am the one, what I call is a corporate motivational speaker. So I have to guarantee with the board management that after their staff listen to my message, they will contribute more to the corporations. So that's my job. So right at the very beginning, I have to build my personal brand in that way and cannot change later. So you have to start right. Stephen Covey, one of the famous business advisor and personal development advisor, used to say, begin with the end in mind. That means for this area, you cannot be wrong, because once you're wrong, you don't have a second chance. Or if you have, it's really difficult to rebuild it. It takes more time, more resources. So that's why for people with personal brand, you have to leave the value. You have to leave the value that you have been building it. You cannot talk in different way and live in different way. This is very dangerous. So that's a typical difference between personal brand and corporate brand.
Yeah, very good answer.
For the big organization, let's say the CEO of the company, if today he's big something wrong that hurt the public, then he should step down or resign from the organization, and they have a new guy immediately. But for the personal brand, when you speak something wrong or you hurt the public, it's difficult because you don't have anyone to replace you, right? So that's a typical difference. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's look at some comment here. Any discussion? I'm taking the comment here. Hằng Hoàng, happy to see you. Hold on, let me just do some. Can you see the comment here?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I can see it now.
Let me do some assignment for the comment position to place on the live stream. Otherwise, it will cover up our faces. Okay, Phong Hữu, you have to speak in English today. Okay, anyway, thank you for joining us for the live stream here, but today we decided to speak in English. Okay, here. Tim Dunlock. How to become successful? How? Who do you want to become? That's the first thing.
I hope you can answer that first.
Okay, you answer that first. You want me to answer first?
Sure.
Okay.
Because for me, you are a successful man.
Thank you. How to be successful in life? First of all, you have to know who do you want to become, what kind of contribution that the society will benefit from your life. And with your presence in a certain area, they feel peace, they feel energetic, they feel you are someone that they can work with. But most important is that you must know what do you want. And from the understanding of what do you want, then you will go out to find the resources to support for what do you want to become. Let's say if you want to become an engineer in the future in the technology field, then you got to study in the University of Engineering, or you find the any materials about engineering to study. And today we have everything available for you. And if you want to become a politic example, then you start find some politician to interact with in order to get to understand how they live their life and how they manage the country example. But be it a politician, be it an engineer, be it a marketing specialist, be it a corporate trainer, whoever you want to be, The foundation is that you must have the core value. The core value means you have to persuade the value that you believe it is a beneficial for the human being, and the integrity in your life, the characteristic that you build. Make sure that everyone who want to work with you, they will be safe. They don't feel any threat when they work with you, because you are here to support them rather than you are there to take away what belongs to them. So I'm talking about something very principle, very basic. Tell me more, who do you want to become, and then I'll show you the way, okay?
Can I answer that question?
Sure.
Because I see his name is Team Danlock. Danlock is a very famous YouTuber.
Really?
And he's talking about finance and everything.
Wow.
So yes. So really, I feel like everyone has different definition of success. Someone will, like, if they're happy, that's successful. If they have like $1 billion, is their success, right? So everyone will have different definition of success. But for me, this is what I'm coaching, so I've been repeating this all the time, is to find your ikigai. So ikigai is the 4 circles thing. The first thing is, what are you good at? The second thing is, what are you passionate about? The third question that you need to ask yourself is, if you're doing what you're doing, the society need it or not? If the society and the world needs your skill. And the fourth one is, are you getting paid with your specific skills that you can use that money to nurture and to improve your skills and continue contributing? So yeah, just answer those 4 questions and you'll find the purpose of life. And I feel like if you find purpose of life, you are successful.
Right. That's true. Then Hằng Hoàng, I love your professional outfits today. You talking about me or Vân Vũ? Or both of us? Just kidding. I believe you talk about Vân Vũ. Of course, lady pay attention to the outfit, right?
I really like your attire today.
Oh, okay. This red one. Mr. Nguyễn Nhân say, nói chậm dễ nghe, lên đây học tiếng Anh cũng được. Yeah, of course, you can study English or practice your English here. So, write the comments in English. So great, thank you. Thank you, Sik Hằng. Okay. I think you guys are commenting in Vietnamese here more than in English. 80% of the comment here is in Vietnamese. Try your best. Don't be afraid of making mistake when you write in English. It doesn't matter. You just practice your English. So just go for it. As long as you're willing to take a risk, you will master this language. Otherwise, when you are afraid of making mistake, especially when you study a foreign language, and it takes you longer to be fluent in certain language. So just comment whatever you think in your head, just write down here. We encourage you and we support you. Alright, don't write in Vietnamese in comment. the other time you will write in Vietnamese, but today write it in English.
Yeah, one funny story that I usually tell people is that my English is not perfect, okay? So just tell me what I say wrong and then you can correct me. And then people at first, they were afraid to tell me what I said wrong. But then after I say that, hey, I'm okay for you to correct my pronunciation, they started sending me messages and stuff. Most of them are like, your English is good, just like a couple words that you should fix and everything. And it helped me a lot because I'm willing to learn and they're willing to teach me. So that's how I improve my English skills. So my advice for you guys is just type whatever you think and then we can fix it for you, because that's the way you can improve your English. Otherwise you will never ever know what you said wrong.
Yeah. And as a gentleman compliments you how beautiful you are, Miss Vân.
Thank you.
Thank you, Đức Nguyễn. And TNT asked me, thank Mr. Hùng, good news, things my brother good. I guess your question is about a company, right? And I'm sorry, I cannot comment in the company's practice here right now, whether it is a good company or it is a bad company. No comment. Okay, because your question is very in general, and I take it seriously when talking about company. So I'm sorry, I cannot answer your question right now for such a question. Quốc Anh Phạm, I have a question for you, how to be a branding for new company. Well, as I mentioned earlier, there are 4 elements, and the first one, you just follow the orders of the 4 elements, Marcom, Corpcom, IMP, and S&D. And after 1 or 2 years, and you will decide which element you should pay attention for current company situation, because sometimes you need to spend a lot of money for commercial to keep people remember your brand, and sometimes you need to go out there to join the CSR, and sometimes you need to change the outlook of the company by marketing communication. I remember one of the story about Pepsi, the soft drink company. Remember, especially for the people who are 35 or 40 years old, once this brand promote the brown color of the soft drink, but one day they decided we're gonna go blue, and in order to change the color of the brand, they spent $500 million just to change the color of the logo of the brand. So that's why the 4 elements are equally important, but depends on the certain period of your company development, you will decide which one that best fit your situation. All right, let me see more comment. Yeah, thank you for the compliment, Rich Dan. Thank you.
You guys have any questions?
Can you share the way to be good at English as both of you start learning English again? Thank you so much. Yeah, we've been talking about it, and usually when you go to the English class, you will decide it is a writing class or it is a speaking class. But for me personally, I can give you some tips. If you want to speak well, you have to practice listening. If you want to write well, you have to practice writing. So the 4 skills must be practiced at the same time, don't separate it, because the 4 skills will support to each other. That's it, very principle. And okay, here, Nguyễn Trường Phước. Thanks Mr. Hùng and Ms. Vân for conducting this live stream. I would like to have one question for Mr. Hùng is, can you share your journey to become master trainer or advisor today? Thank you. It is a long story, and it is a love story. You want to hear my love side or my professional side? No, just kidding. Actually, I'm writing a book to share details about my journey. But basically, when I graduated from the law college in 1999, 1999 is the graduation day for me. I got the bachelor degree in law, right? But I did not practice the law. I joined the hospitality industry as a receptionist. I started my career as a receptionist, and I had 9 times a promotion, become the regional director of big international brand. And in 2008, I resigned from the corporate work, and I decided to become a corporate master trainer, a motivational speaker. And since then, it's been 12 or 14 years already. I've been training people I've been talking to the public. I've been conducting myself in the social media to share the message. And that's it. But what I mean is that how do I become a journey, and how I measure for each period of my life, each period by the time of my life, that what do I want in life. And of course, the more you grow up, the more you understand about a life, and there's a certain change. So the changing ability is something you must have in order to follow your objective in life, or your target, or your purpose in life. And how do I become like I am today? I don't know. I just have a passion for what I'm doing, and pay attention and focus. And I remember, if I cannot do great things, I do small things in the right way. This kind of message, and I share with the public all the time. When you pay attention to what you are doing, then you follow the perfectionist. The perfectionism is something that promotes the excellency in the result. So if I am a receptionist, I must be the best receptionist at the reception counter. If I am an accountant, I must be the best accountant in the finance department. And if you are a public speaker or corporate trainer, you must make sure that you stay on top. For the standard, you already set it, or you can set the benchmark for the industry. Focus on the high quality of everything you do is the key. Yeah, that's the answer. Hope that's answer your question. And Zero Bay, you two are beautiful people with beautiful mind. Love you all. Thank you. Dove Huang, thank you so much for sharing your valuable information. Andrew Dũng Phạm, I really like Miss Vân Vũ pronunciation. You like her pronunciation, or you like her voice? Or both? Just kidding. Yeah, thank you Hoa Quả Sơn. Sounds good. Somebody recognize you Vân in What the Phở? MC Đức Long.
My idol.
And Trí Nguyễn, I'm 35 years old. I want to become a software developer. Is it too late to change career? No. There's nothing to be late. You are always on time for wherever you are standing. From the standing point, you can start anything you want. Don't listen to people who say you are late. There's nothing to be late. Okay? What do you think, Vân?
I remember saying, if somebody asks you when you're gonna plant a tree, there's two perfect answers: 100 years ago or now. So just do it right now.
That's right. Oh, this is a good question from Trần Vĩ. Should we build up personal brand when we just an employee? The first thing, please eliminate the word just in your life. When you see, well, I'm just employee, well, I'm just a teacher, well, I'm just a worker, remove the just out of your life. You are special. You have certain skill sets. You can do whatever you want. As long as you don't preach the law, as long as you don't preach your conscience, then you can do whatever you want. So being an employee, you can start building your personal brand by enhance the interaction with your colleague, and start sending a message to the world by making video or be active on YouTube or other social media. Nobody can stop you from that. So use it.
I feel like to build personal branding, you don't necessarily to put yourself on social media, to be honest. Just be yourself and determine who you want to be. If you want to be a smart, funny person, or do you want to be like a chillax person. So there are a lot of personalities out there. You can look it up on Google to see the personality list that you want to follow. And then when you know what personality you want to pursue or you want to be, my advice is just tell it to your family or even post it on Facebook or something, because when you make an announcement like, hey, a year from now I'm gonna become this or that, a software developer or a teacher, or any other kind of career, make an announcement, because it's kind of create a pressure for you to consistently do it and pursue your goal. And having a personal branding is very good, because I feel like when you know what you're gonna be more intentional on what, like, every aspect in life that you're doing. So for example, before doing What the Pho, I have a channel called NGạo giả I. I was talking about the environmental issues and minimalism and everything. So since I'm doing that, I'm more aware of the environment. When I go out, I I don't use plastic straw anymore. And then when I go shopping with my mom, I tell her like, hey, don't use plastic, use a reusable bag. So it like creates a awareness for you to behave around people, and gradually it's gonna make you a well-rounded person, and you're gonna be a better person, and contribute more to the society.
Yeah, that's right. And let's see, Nguyễn Đức Lân, how I can build up my personal brand. How can people get to know me? Do I have to participate in something like groups, teams, corporation, and introduce myself to everyone? Yes, of course you can do it. You can join the groups or teams or any corporation in order to promote your personal brand. And there's no limitation on this. The more you show up your presence to many people, and the more they get to know you. But remember, you must have a certain message that inspire people, because when talking about that certain topic, people remember you. So that's one of the activity you can absolutely join. Nguyễn Mạnh Hổ, great, thank you both of you. So how to success when start up on agriculture in Vietnam? Agriculture. When you travel a lot for your tourist video, what do you see in agriculture activity? I mean the farming in Vietnam, especially when you've been to Đà Lạt, right? And you've been to other areas too. You see how the farmer, how they live, and what kind of technology they are using compared with other developed country, and your point of view, please.
Yeah, so recently I just watched the news and see they've been using a lot of technology to nurture and to take care of the plants. They've been using sensors and take like apps on the phone to set the automatic time to water the plants, and it's super cool. And I know developed countries like Canada or America, they've been doing it for so long, but Vietnam, we've been doing it. So for me, agriculture, to be successful in agriculture or any other businesses, you need to know technology. You need to be on top of technology. And for this question, it's kind of general, because agriculture is like an industry that has like so many aspects in it. So again, please find your niche. Niche is that like what you're unique for. Like, are you gonna plant strawberries? You're gonna have apples or any kind of fruits, or you want to farm rice or anything like that. Just make sure that you know what kind of agricultural products that you're gonna aim for, and then after that we're just gonna go down from there. Make a backward roadmaps and see what technologies you're gonna use, what providers you should use, and what's the locations you should plant that specific fruit. Yeah, so it's a long journey, but overall, to be successful, you need to apply technology nowadays.
Yeah, I can share additional tip for you. Taking Israel as the country that stay on top of the agriculture. So study everything about Israel, what they have done good, and you just follow simply like that. Of course, when you do the farming business, depends on the country where you live, and there's certain weather. You are living in a tropical country compared with a European country is must be very different. But for the technology, my additional tip to you is learn from Israel. They are the best. Let's see, Lê Song Ho, I appreciate your sharing. You are welcome. Thank you so much. Trang Phạm, what every time can I spend learning English to speak fluently? On the time. You learn one word 10,000 times. Well, actually, what you learn,
10,000 hours.
10,000 hours. What you learn today for any new word, put it in practice immediately. What I mean on the time is like that. It's just before you can speak out anything, think in English, then speak it out. And it shorten the time for you to practice. Don't wait until it's the time to go to the English
actually,
class.
It's like lagging.
Yeah, it is lagging. Yeah, it's okay now.
Oh, it's
Go
lagging.
ahead, Vân.
Oh, it's good now? Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, Vân. You want to say what you want to say? Yeah.
So I've learned English when I was 17, and now I'm 24. So I feel like the sooner you learn English, the better. And why I said 10,000 times is actually you should read the book Atomic Habit. They were talking about like what's the average time for you to become a master at something. So the average hours is 10,000 hours. So basically how I practice my English was I speak English every day. Like 90% of my time I speak English when I was in the US. And don't think that you don't have the English environment for you to practice English. You can create your environment. So when I was in Vietnam, when I found the passion for English, I went to like a free group work to discuss topics in English, and I bought a lot of books to read and to listen to the native speakers, and then I kind of mock them, their pronunciation to sound like a native speaker. And I try to talk to people who are better at English than me to practice English. So I feel like the average time is every day. It's 8 hours a day. You do it consistently for a couple of years and you're gonna be fluent in English.
Yeah. During that time I was in the university, I started English clubs, or what I call is the English corner, with thousands of people attending every weekend. So during that time, I found out the importance of English. So that's why I try my best by create the English practice environment for people to join me, and I enjoy with those activities. And when I left the university, when I graduated from the university, I started to work in the international environment. So that give me the opportunity to use my English every day with business people, with many different people in over the world when they come to stay in my hotel where I'm working at. So the environmental English environmental is something you should put yourself in it. And even you don't have people to practice with, you can absolutely read a book in English by yourself in the rooms with closed door, and imagine you are the character in the book. And after you read 1 page or 2 pages and try to memorize it and speak in your language, in your own language, try practice all the time, and then you be master. Xuân Thanh Lê, is it too late to change a job that we have worked for 10 years at the age of 40? No, sir. You can change it if you want. Previously, we talked about this, that Vân Vũ has shared that you should take into certain measure in terms of finance if you have enough money to pursue a new dream, or you if you already have enough money, then you can start it immediately. And talking about the opinion of your partners, the opinion of your children, of your family, I assume you are married now, as you say, you are 40 years old, and so you just do it after taking measurement.
Yeah, I feel like I think it's very important to answer the question why before you do anything, even in relationship, even changing job, or even learning English. You really need to know why you want to change the job, and then after you can answer the question why, you can like consult people, like Hùng said. Um, and for me, my background is in marketing and finance, but I'm doing YouTube. I create content and everything. So my marketing and my finance skills didn't go to waste because I still apply what I've learned and my skills that I have in the job right now. So I feel like if you change the job, try to look for the job that you can apply your skills and your knowledge in there, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel, don't have to rebuild the skills again.
Sure. Ngọc Quỳnh, can you talk your opinion about the working environment? Is it important for a professional environment? Well, if you join a company that already well established, it's good for you. But if you join a startup company, and it's good for you too, because it is the time for you to contribute your talent on building a new company. So don't always request for professional environment to work. Sometimes the unprofessional organization, that is the place where you can show your ability, right? So it is the place where you can score. So don't worry about that. Any organization, as long as you can do whatever you want, as long as you can do following your passion, then it's good. Đặng Công, what do you mean 9.3? Is it you scored or what? Okay, another question. In the pandemic period, our areas are locked down. We all feel stressed out. I keep praying Jehovah God every time, Jesus' name, bless my soul, please. Peace. We trouble to earn money for basic living standard. Well, praying is good, but you must understand what you are praying for, and you must use your faith when you pray. If you pray without faith, and it's not good, and your prayer is not heard, even you pray in the correct names of our creators or our Savior, still not good if you don't have a faith. And if you have an absolute faith in God, then you know what's going on. And especially when you read a message in the Bible, you don't get surprised. So my advice to you is to read the Bible carefully and understand what's happening right now. All right? And Trang Vĩ, should we build up personal brand when we just an employee? Yes, of course. I just answer you. Thank you. Nguyễn Thùy Linh asked how to promote a brand of the startup business. Follow the P&P policy and procedure as I have laid out for you at the earlier of this live stream. Just follow that. Okay. Tiến Hậu, I would love to enjoy your conversation all the time. Thank to both of you who are always spread positive energy to others. Thank you. You are too. Your comments encourage us, and we like to read your comment. Mít tít của anh ơi bên nước ngoài bây giờ là mấy giờ? It's exactly the same 9:25 a.m. in the morning, and in Vietnam is the 9:25 p.m. in the evening, right? So
Yes.
this is a good comment. English is not the only way to lead you to success, but it's the shortest way to lead you to the success. You think so? Yeah, I think so too. And when you know the language, then you can read the newspaper or information from the foreign country, and nobody can fool you because you know the truth. You may know the truth. Phan Batan, how to keep calm in debate. Phan Vũ give him
That's
some tip
I
about.
hope expertise, right? How to
What-
keep calm in a debate.
Yeah.
You want to answer that first?
Okay. Very basic. If you can remember two things. The first one, if something you hear is correct, then you need to correct yourself. If something you hear is incorrect, then you ignore it. Very basic. And prepare yourself that you may face the question or the challenge during the debate that does not go in the way you want. But you'll be fine because everybody wants to prove their point, and they have a need or they have a desire to be right rather than to be happy. My advice to you is that make decision to be happy than to be right. You don't necessarily be right on the time, but it's important for you to be happy on the time. After the debate, what lesson you could learn from that debate rather than trying to win over the battle. Okay, so that's my advice.
For the debate, I have a rule of thumb is that debate is nothing bad at all. If the debate it's going a way that it helps you to be a better person, and it can satisfy both companies, you and the debaters, keep debating because that's how you can expand your knowledge. But the second situation is that if a debate doesn't go anywhere, it's like a parallel lines that like two people have different opinions and you can't meet at one point. I'll keep quiet and then I'll try to put myself in the other person's shoes to kind of understand and to sympathetic with what they are saying. But if the debate doesn't go anywhere and I don't like it's simple and I don't it, I'm just gonna stop because it's just such a waste of time.
Or if the debate does not go anywhere, you prepare for a physical fight. Just kidding, don't prepare any physical fight, okay? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
John
They
Nguyễn.
said
Yeah.
võ mồm luôn mạnh hơn võ thuật mà.
John Nguyễn, your question. I have a question for you, Bob. Please, how to boost my salesman in COVID time like right now? What do you sell? I need to understand what do you sell before I can give you some advice. Of course, wherever you are selling right now, stay in touch with your customer by calling them, test them some valuable message. Don't try to ask them to buy your product on the time because during the pandemic sometimes your product or your service does not fit with the current country's economy situation or the pandemic we are facing. So just hold on for a while and then when the pandemic is over and then you can push the sales again. Don't try to push on the time because we need to have a humidity for the people around us, and when every day we see the number of people that contracted to the virus just keep up increasing on the time, so it's not good for people to talk about selling the product, selling the service on the time. So don't give them a lot of pressure right now. I think it's the time for you to advise them to build up their skills. Let's say listening skill, selling skill, management skill, time management skill, leadership skill, whatever skill they may learn, and this is the good time. Yeah. Hello, Jody Lung. How to inspire positivity in others? Well, don't be negative like them. That's the number one. How do you inspire the other?
First, just be a positive person first. You don't need to be positive all the time, but you need to be a good human being, mean well, and don't be negative, talk bad about people, and do bad things, illegal things to the community. Just be a good person first. And then to spread out positivity, just be yourself, because sometimes people want to talk to you or people want to meet you is because they want to absorb your positivity. And you don't necessarily to be on social media, to be honest. Just be a sincere person and just be authentic and show up whenever people need your help. Yeah, and I think just be good, just be yourself.
Yeah. And Nguyễn Hữu Nguyên, I don't know what can I jot, but I just jot in order to say my name on your live stream. Thank you. Your name is Nguyễn Hữu Nguyên, right? I appreciate your honest comment here, and I encourage you to practice your English, and in order to be perfect in this language, and you are a good person, young man, you are good. Rotary, what changed for me after overcoming COVID in Vietnam? Like every other countries, after the pandemic is over, the opportunities are a lot. It will have a lot of opportunities because during that time we are in the pandemic, we are lacking needs. I mean, our needs are controlled by certain policy and procedure. But when you can go out and the disease has gone away, then the needs will raise it up like skyrocket, and you can do anything after the pandemic. Good. Nguyễn Mạnh Hổ, again, the way you said when startup on meat industry, sell little meat. Hey, you asked a lot of questions about agriculture and meat and retail and the same answer like I just shared, you can do anything. Okay. MC Đức Long, I've been quite a long time. I don't speak English. I'm feeling my English is gone. How can I keep it? Then speak it. Very simple. Then speak it. Speak it with someone besides you. One more question. So a comedy person is a key to be a branding person successful, isn't it? I see almost YouTube channel. They are funny and get high follower. Well, depend. If you are in the entertainment industry, then you can do the comedy. But if you're not in the entertainment industry, you cannot joke on the time, because there's a time to be funny and there's a time to be serious. It depends. Yeah. Quỳnh Lâm Nhật Tiến. Hello Mr. Hùng and Miss Vân, I have a question and hope to receive your advice how to be more focused on organizing time management. Thanks for your time. Very simple. First, you need to identify which element that distract you from being focused. I mean, it a noise, a music, a people talking, or even your mind. When you are too much worried about many different things, then you cannot focus. Don't worry too much, and then you can enhance your focusing ability. All right. Activity channel, love Miss Vân. What kind of love is that? Just kidding.
Thank you.
Phương Anh, Vân Vũ, your pronunciation is really good. Seem like a foreigner. Can you share some tips practicing to have a good pronunciation?
I'm not a foreigner. I'm 100% Vietnamese. And I just learned how to speak and listen to English probably 7 years ago. So not for long at all, but my pronunciation is not perfect. I've been practicing every day, and I am still practicing every day as well, to have good pronunciation. Because, okay, so first of all, you need to understand that our language, Vietnamese language, is a monosyllabic language. Is that each syllable is a separate word, and it has different meaning. It has its own meaning. So we say Phương Anh. It's not like Phương Anh like English, right? English has so many syllables in a word. So just make sure that you emphasize the right syllable in the word. You know, like syllable, not syllable, or like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then the second thing is that you need to kind of lower down your voice a little bit, because when I first spoke English, I was like, "Hello, how are you?" Like, try to sound like a native speaker. But really, if you emphasize on the words that you want to say, um, with this one, you need to practice listening a lot to know how to say it. Listen to the native speakers, listen to radio and CDs a lot to know where they emphasize on the word, and lower down your voice, so you will sound more like a native speaker. And the third one is the key one, is to practice it every day. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't be good at English overnight. You have to practice this every day.
Thank you. Hang Huang, you are like a Jewish leader. My life is changing a lot since I suddenly watched in YouTube when I was in Norway. Until now, I improved myself a lot. Thank you, Mr. Well, thank you, but I'm not a Jewish leader. I'm your brother. If you have the same faith in Jesus Christ like mine and you call me brother, it's fine. Don't call me Jewish leader. Thank you. And thank you for your time. Take care of yourself in this COVID-19 situation. Thank you. You too. Trương Minh Dũng, Vân Vũ, my idol.
Don't call me your idol.
Don't call anyone idol. Don't call it. Idol is not
Yeah.
good. Can you share some top professionals about branding I can follow? Thank you. That's a long story. Actually, they published a lot of books about big brand in the world. You can find the books in the bookshop and read about that. All right. Yeah. Okay. We have done it like 1 hour 12 minutes already, Vân.
Wow. We're doing well. Thank you guys for participating.
Yeah, thank you. I think I should answer the last question before we can end the live stream right now. I watched lots of your videos before, so many of your messages based on story in Bible. Are you a Christmas Catholic? Personally, for me, you are looking like a Catholic monk. No, I'm not. I'm not even a member of Catholic Church or Christian Church. I am a non-denomination. That means I don't belong to those churches, because those just promote something is not in the Bible. They just created more doctrine besides the Bible book that they are holding. So I'm not a member of any of that organization. All right, so thank you very much for your participation in this live stream, and thank you for spending your precious time with us, and that encouraged us a lot. And we hope to do more live stream or video clip on the Facebook, on YouTube, on other social media. And remember to subscribe on our channel. You can find Vân Vũ, her channel, as well as my current page on Facebook or channel on YouTube. And I wish you all the best. Stay strong during this pandemic time. So Vân Vũ, thank you em for joining me for this live stream.
Yeah, thank you, anh Hùng, and thank you, everyone. Have a good day or good night, and
Okay.
be well.
Bye bye. Yeah.